I'm shedding. Interesting. Hello everybody and welcome to my July reading wrap up. I had a pretty good reading month, so let's get into the books. Hello everybody, welcome to my July reading wrap up. I have finished 2 books. The first book I read this month was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is about a mother and her daughter has gone missing, and she's been missing for over 15 years. And then she meets this guy and they start to get to know each other. The mother meets his daughter. And his daughter looks so similar and eerily like her daughter that went missing. This book was so good. I haven't read a thriller in a hot second, and it was really refreshing to kind of read a thriller. It's just been a little bit for me. This book definitely was very suspenseful and very eerie. The thing is, it made me feel really icky after reading this, and I don't know why. I think it was because of the different point of views that you got, and then there were some point of views that you got, I was like, baffled. I was like, oh my god, this is sick. I don't like this. Gave it 4 stars. The other book I have right now to talk about is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. Literally a complete 180 from Then She Was Gone. This book was so cute. I've never read a graphic novel before, but this was just so stinking cute. The art style was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's so cute. I loved the art. I loved the story. It was super easy, super fast. I also gave this 4 stars. So stinking cute. I definitely want to read the rest of them. So those are the books that I have right now, and I will see you for the next one. Hello. I read Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarrow. This book has so much attention around it right now. It's insane. I had to see what the hype was about. This book is about this girl named Violet who is going into this school system for riders, or dragon riders, and it's like a really intense program, and she tries to survive and become a dragon rider. So it's got dragons in it. It was really good. I did actually enjoy it. I think to some extent, because it's an adult book, it's not YA. I thought this book was a YA fantasy. It is not. And I think because I thought it was YA, because some of the lines in this are a little cringe. I'm like, okay. And also it is way too long. It's like 600 pages because it felt kind of repetitive at some points. So I'm like, this book is too long. Let's cut some of these scenes away. But I say that, but I ate this book up. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was really close to 5 stars, but I think the part where I have to read 600 pages of almost the same thing over and over, you gotta cut out half of a point for that. And the book I literally just finished was Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is a sci-fi book, and I don't read sci-fi very often, like at all, but I did read it. I feel like a lot of people market it off as Hunger Games, but in space. And to me, I think that's misleading. It is kind of hard to explain. Basically, we are following this guy. Well, hold on. No, it's okay. Maybe I can't explain it because I'm like, wait, I gotta tell you about the world building, because if I don't tell you the world building, you're gonna get confused. We meet this guy. He meets the rebellion. I was like, what's the word? He like joins the rebellion, becomes a gold, and then he's in the Institute, which is a really intense like battle strategy, crazy, like he's got to conquer this game basically and to win and get an apprenticeship and whatever, take over things. This book was kind of hard for me to explain, but I think that was good enough. But I liked this book. I felt like the first 50% of it was a little boring and a little confusing because you're like, what's going on? You don't really get a whole lot of backstory into how we got to where we were. It was good. I was still entertained. I was still fascinated by this book. I ended up giving this book 4 stars, so it was good. I did like it. Those are all the books I got so far. So I'll see you for the next book. Hello. I finished Flawless by Elsie Silver last night. Guys, I get it. I get the hype now with this Chestnut Spring series because I absolutely loved Flawless. It was so good. So Flawless is basically about this guy. He's a bull rider. He's kind of done something to kind of ruin his reputation and he's losing sponsorships. And so this girl, she comes and basically is like babysitting him because she's like kind of part of the his publicist team to make sure that he's not doing anything to ruin more sponsorships for himself. When I tell you that this book, the whole time I was like imagining what these characters look like, what they were doing, how it was so good. I am definitely going to be reading the rest of the series because I literally read Flawless in like 2 days and I need to read the others because it was just so good. I gave it 4.5 stars. Could easily change to 5 stars because I was kind of obsessed with it. That's all I got right now, and I'll see ya for my next book. Hello, I have finished 3 books and I haven't talked about them, so let's talk about it. The first book I have is Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book of the Chestnut Springs series. This one is about Willa and Cade is a single dad who is needing a new babysitter, and Willa is Summer's best friend from the first book, and Summer's like, hey, you should like help out and like babysit, and so Willa does. Willa becomes the new babysitter. This one, guys, this one's my favorite so far. I am obsessed with it. I read it in one night, one sitting, and one night period. Love this book so much. Well, one, I love single dad trope in general, or single parent trope just in general, but this one was just done so well. I love it because he's such a grumpy dad. It's like, okay. And Willa was one of my favorite characters. She is still one of my favorite characters so far in this series. I love her so much. She's just such a fun character to read. Also, the little kid in this book is so cute. I loved him too. Everything about this book was just like it for me, and I love it so much. I gave it 5 stars, and that is it. On top of that, I've also read Powerless by Elsie Silver, which is the 3rd book. This one is about Jasper and Sloane. This one's a little different than the other 2 books. This one's kind of not, I don't know, I felt like this one wasn't too, what's the word? Country, I guess. So Jasper is a famous hockey player and Sloane is a ballerina. So how the story starts and it was hot and it was summer and sorry, I've got ADHD so bad today. So how the story starts is Sloane is actually getting married to this other guy, and this guy's like awful, but she's getting married to this other guy, and Jasper's like, nah, we're not doing this. He kind of tries to like break her out of this marriage, and it kind of just takes off from there. It's childhood best friends to lovers, or just friends to lovers. I liked this one. Don't get me wrong, I did like it, but I don't think I liked this one as much as the first 2. The first 2 just did something for me, and I was like, this is so good. It's not that I didn't love Jasper or Sloane, like they were good characters, and I liked the story, but like, I don't know, something about this one just didn't like hit the mark for me. And I can't really tell you what it was. I think it also could be just the couple together. I think it's because they refer to them as like cousins, because Jasper is like their adopted brother, and so they like call each other cousins or something. No, they don't call each other cousins. They don't consider each other to be cousins, but everybody else keeps saying that they're cousins, and it's like a little weird. But they're not biologically cousins or anything. I don't know. It is a little strange. I think that's the part that kind of threw me off. But I still gave it 4 stars. I still enjoyed it. It's still a good book, and I really like it. And so far, I love this series so much. I still have one more book to talk about, and that is It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. I read this in a reading vlog, so you can go check that out if you want. I wanted to read it because of The Summer I Turned Pretty season 2, okay? I don't know, something about the books are just not that good. I think her writing is really good, but I think the characters are awful. Oh my god, I hate reading about these characters. If you want to know more opinions, go watch the reading vlog. I have a lot of them. I gave It's Not Summer Without You, I think 3 stars. I felt very indifferent by it. It didn't change my life. It was whatever, I guess. You know? It was like, okay, I read it. I will see ya for the next book. I did not read more books. No, I didn't. That was it. That was it. But thank you guys so much for watching my July reading wrap up, and I will see ya